The doable duffel pattern calls for 4 different fabrics: an exterior fabric, a lining fabric, an interior pocket fabric, and a binding fabric. So how do you pick? How do you mix and match in order to make sure that your bag is going to look cute? Well, if you already have an idea, you can just skip over this lesson. Don't worry about it. If you've got your fabric picked out and you love it, it's going to look beautiful. So that's fine. You can just skip right ahead. However, if you find yourself humming and hawing and not sure how everything fits together, that's why I've made this lesson for you, because I'm going to show you my no-fail system for picking fabrics for all the different 4 fabric types so that it's going to gel together, look cute, and crucially, be easiest on you, be most forgiving on you when you're sewing it together. So let's start with the exterior fabric. For this bag that I'm going to be sewing together during the course, well, you can see I went all out and I bought bolts of fabric, but I have this canvas rifle paper print. So I love this print, and that is something that I would recommend for you as well. If you are going to be spending the time and money and energy to learn this, pick something you really love. Even if it's your first bag, just go ahead and pick something that really makes you excited for the exterior fabric. We talked about all the different substrates you can choose. Whatever you choose, just make sure you love it, because you're going to be seeing a lot of it on the bag. So we'll start with that. I often pick something that has a larger print on it when I'm making a bag as compared to, say, like a quilt, because a quilt usually uses small squares of it, but with a bag you get to really show off the print. So start with something you love. Generally speaking, but again, rules are made to be broken, I would not suggest using a really light fabric for your exterior, because it's going to get scuffed and dirty faster than if you would pick something that's a little bit more forgiving in terms of hiding dirt. So that's your exterior. For the interior, I would normally recommend picking a light colored fabric. And that's because when you open up a bag, it's a lot easier to find things inside if there's a light colored fabric on the inside. It's harder to find things on the inside of a bag that is using a dark fabric for the interior. So I would pick a light colored lining fabric that doesn't necessarily coordinate with the exterior, because you don't really see the two of them together ever at the same time. They're never touching each other in the pattern. So beautiful exterior fabric, light colored interior. Then for your interior pocket fabric, I would pick something that pops. So these two are going to be seen next to each other. You're going to see the lining fabric and the interior pocket fabric together. So I want something that's going to look cute when the two of them are put next to each other. I will usually pick something, sometimes it's a really dark fabric that I'll pick, that works well, or just something that is fun and I love and is just going to be a fun thing when I open up the bag and see that big interior pocket. You're going to see a large chunk of it, like 18 inches by about 10 inches in one chunk. So I would recommend picking something that you like as well. Okay, that's going to be the theme throughout. Pick stuff you like and you're not going to go wrong. Then for the binding fabric. The binding fabric is going to be seen together with the interior pocket fabric. There's going to be a line where they go together, and also the exterior fabric. So you need some kind of a fabric that is going to blend with the two of them, that looks nice with the two of them. I picked this sort of cornflower blue because I like the way that it looks with the little bits on the exterior fabric, and also it matches nicely with this. However, this is a solid color fabric, and I would not recommend that if this is your first bag pattern that you're making, because solid colored fabric is really going to show your stitches. And if it's your first bag, you might not want that. You might want your stitches to blend a little bit better. So let me show you an example of a bag that uses a different type of fabric for the binding fabric. Okay, I think this one is a really great example of using a binding fabric that's going to be more forgiving. So generally speaking, I would suggest picking a small scale busy print that coordinates both with your exterior fabric and with the fabric of the interior pocket. So here you can see that this one, I used a yellow fabric on the interior as well as that binding fabric. So the binding looks cute with both the interior fabric, interior pocket fabric, and the exterior fabric. And it's busy and it's small scale, and those stitches are invisible. So that's going to be a great tip if this is your first ever bag. But let me show you another combination. With this plaid bag, you can see that once again I chose a small scale repeating print, And when you color match your thread to the binding fabric, it makes those stitches invisible. And once again, so on the interior, I picked a light colored fabric for the interior, and then I chose a really dark fabric for the interior pocket. And I think that that looks quite cute. I like the way that it's sort of a hint of drama on the inside. And again, the binding fabric looks nice with both the interior pocket fabric and the exterior fabric. Just for fun, I went ahead and I pulled a couple of fabrics out of my stash. And let me show you my logic when I'm pulling together a bundle. I went stash diving and I found this really cute linen fabric that I've had in my stash for I think over a year. And I love it because it's a neutral color with these neon pink little macaroni noodles. I don't know, these little squiggly lines. And in case you're wondering what it is, it's from Figo Fabrics and it looks like the name of the line is Surface by Amy Van Lyck for Figo Fabrics, because I just know somebody's gonna ask that question. Okay, so here's my fluorescent pink neon noodles. And you know how I said maybe don't use a light colored fabric for the exterior? Who cares? This is really cute, right? So I want to use this on a bag. So then I looked in my stash and I picked something that had a light fabric that I thought would kind of go with the theme. And look what I found. I found the elusive starry fabric in the neon pink stars. So I think these two look really cute together. Imagine you open up this bag and you just see all these neon pink stars on the middle. So cute. So then I looked around for a coordinating print that might be really fun to go with this. And I thought maybe pink would be great. So I looked in my stash and I found bananas. I found these bright pink fabric with the yellow bananas. So now I've got my exterior fabric, my lining fabric. This is my interior pocket fabric. And then for the binding fabric, I thought maybe the yellow would look really nice. So I put that together and I have to admit, I love this. So you would see these three together all at once on the interior because you'd be able to see the lining fabric, the interior pocket, and then this binding would touch this fabric right here, as well as the binding goes around to the exterior, like the perimeter of the interior of the bag. So everything looks cute together. I really like that. But when I put it together with my neon noodles, I wasn't as in love with it, because you got to remember that this is going to be seen on the exterior of the bag as well. So instead I did some more digging and I found something that might be a little bit unconventional, but it's not unconventional for me because I love neon. So instead I thought maybe this would look really nice. I think that this looks stunning right next to this fabric. So the binding would look great next to the interior pocket. And I love the bit of drama that it's going to add to the exterior. And I like that it's kind of repeating the same sort of motif. These sort of, you know, half circles. And this is a small scale repeating pattern that if I use a navy thread on this, those stitches are going to disappear. So I think this might be a combo that I would put together as well. So that's kind of my recipe for putting together different fabrics for making the doable duffel. Exterior is a large print that I love. Interior is light colored. The pocket fabric could be just about anything as long as it looks nice with the interior fabric and is just kind of fun. I want it to look nice or exciting. And then the binding fabric has to coordinate with both the interior pocket and the exterior fabric. If you have any questions about that, or if you have comments, make sure to write them down below this lesson so that other people can see them as well. Okay, when you're ready, I'll see you in the next video.